Just waiting. What's up, world, digital world, Facebook Live, T. Roy and Terry in the house.
What's going on, everybody? Super
Whoop,
excited to be here with my brother.
How you been, man? How you feeling?
Man, been good, man. Been good, feeling good. You know, everything's going well. Family's doing well. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. How about you, man? How's family?
Family's good. We're healthy. Thank God for that. It's crazy times right now. It's a
I know.
pandemic. It's legit changing everything upside down. But I'm pretty sure that we could discuss some topics and themes that can pretty much help anybody be future proof during this whole thing, which is kind of crazy as it sounds, but we're trying to help the people out.
Yeah, man. That's what it's about, man. This whole thing, it is really crazy, man. I've been telling people it feels like a little bit of some type of apocalypse, but I've been trying to keep perspective of everything that's going on. You know, the coronavirus. You know, for me, when it started happening, I was like, but it is a serious thing. But I think also we still need to have some type of perspective to it as well, and not let a lot of like the media cause us to be fearful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just still be mindful, still practice your social distancing and all that. But I think I was listening to a pastor, actually Bishop Horace Smith, and he was talking about, and he's a medical doctor, but he was talking about keeping it in perspective, just about 50,000 people get the flu in the United States every single year. And I think in 2015 or 2008, we had one of the worst years for people coming down with the flu in history. I think like 86,000 people got the flu. And so, we're not running around with that talking about, oh man, there's a pandemic, but I'm understanding the issue with that. It's not necessarily about the virus or people getting sick from the virus. Is that we're not prepared to handle the virus.
Right.
That's the bigger issue. We're just not prepared to handle the virus. And so understanding that, we should do our part of, practicing or staying in home or not being out as much as well. I'm in my office, but I pretty much shut it down as well, because I got people in here. They're staying with elderly people. I have a guy that works in the hospital that works with me part time here. And he had a couple of cases of the coronavirus at his hospital. So just for everybody to be safe, I just pretty much shut it down here, so to make sure nothing happens on my watch. I don't want to be responsible for hearing about somebody got the coronavirus and the last thing they can remember was being here in my office.
It's true. And that's you don't want to deal with that type of guilt. And I can respect you for that. And I think a lot of employers, a lot of small businesses, brands, everything, they're struggling with that medium. Like, I need to provide work for my employees. We still need to make bills still need to be paid. But there's a pandemic. There's so many things to consider, and we don't know what to do. So what are you doing to shift and pivot to kind of position yourself to get through this period?
Oh man, that's a good question, man. You got to learn how to adapt. That's what I'm learning. That's what I'm learning from a lot of my mentors in my business. I run a financial service firm. The name of the company that I'm with is called People Helping People. And so a lot of our stuff has been like face to face. I talk to people about insurance, whether it's life insurance or annuities. And a lot of times, or majority of times, life insurance is something that has to be like sold. Like, you can't go like on the internet and get life insurance or get an annuity. Even if you go on internet, guess what's going to happen? Somebody's going to give you a call. So you got to interact with somebody. And so what we're doing, man, our whole entire company is pivoting, man. Running a lot of Zooms. You know, a lot of our leaders are setting up Zoom calls, and I just got off one with one of our top leaders, Sheena Sapala. She's making $1 million every single year. Been doing that for the last 4 years, and just was bringing a ton of knowledge, man, and dropping a bunch of nuggets about, you know, retirement, about safety. You know, we've seen the market drop 30-40%. They're saying it's one of the worst drops in the market in history. And so a lot of people are losing their money, and you know, they don't know what to do. And you know, and she was just talking about the history of like pensions. You know, we had our pensions. You know, there was a time we can work for somebody for 40-30 years, and they take care of us for the rest of their life, and they give us a guaranteed income. And but then they started changing and saying, hey, you know what, these things are super duper expensive. We're going to put the risk on you guys, and so we're going to do a 401k. And that came out not even as to be retirement. It happened on accident. What was the saying? It was a accidental history or something like that. A history and accident. And that wasn't meant to be a form of retirement. And so, you know, we're just talking to people about, you know, how to protect their money. You know, people are saying, hey, ride it out. You know, the market, you know, will go back up. You know, you'll make it back. But as the same way, you can't, you know, they tell you, hey, man, I can't guarantee you, you know, when the market is going down. Like, you can't guarantee people when the market is going to go back up again either. Right. You know, and so it's actually a good time for my industry. And actually, I'm excited because everybody's talking about essential businesses. Life insurance is an essential business. So it's a good time, man. It's a good time for us. It's a good time for our industry because we provide product and services, man, for people to be able to move their money into a vehicle where it's protected. Like clients I have right now, they're not losing money. And when the market goes back up, guess what? They'll start making money again. And so it's just a good time for us, man.
So can we talk about how, you know, you talked about your business and how you're almost in this kind of thriving mode while so many other industries and business are not. And we talk about, and that sounds a little off for certain people because they're probably like, well, I'm struggling. Why are you not struggling? It doesn't mean that we're all not impacted. Let's be clear on that. What it is, if you position your business in a certain way, you can make that pivot. Now, if you're in the service industry, restaurant industry, bar industry, yeah, my heart goes out to you. You're taking a humongous hit. And we need to figure out how we're going to pivot. And there's 3 ways we can do this. You can either wait it out, you can either adjust and keep in the same flow, or make a complete shift and pivot. And there's levels and phases in which you can make those determinations and those changes. So as you as a business who can still, if I can use the word, make money, just put it in layman's term for everyone to understand, during this period, how is your approach? Obviously, you can't just be out of tune with what's going on right now, but you can provide with empathy. But hey, I think I did a few posts about this already. If you can still market and sell during the period, do it. Because guess what? You still got to pay your bills.
Yep.
And guess what? You have more audience now online than you've ever had in quite some time. Have nothing better to do than learn from you, get understanding from you, and maybe that can lead to something. Maybe not right now, right this second, depending on your financial stability and everything else. But so that seed, that when you come out of it, guess what? You got a whole forecast of potential clients or customers waiting to sign up for what you have to offer them. So how are you and your team is approaching this delicate situation?
You know what? It's a mixture. It's a mixture of a couple of things, man. It's a mixture of planting seeds, you know, throughout the, you know, the good time. I guess if you want to say that the market's been going good for the last, you know, 10, 11 years. So it's just a mixture of planting seeds, man, and really being diligent to getting your name out there and let people know what you're doing. So when people, you know, really starts opening their ears and listening, because what happens is a lot of times, the majority of times, it's unfortunate, is that when there's fear, people listen. When people are afraid, they start to listen. And so right now, a lot of people are afraid about a lot of things. You mentioned about people in the restaurant industry, taking a hit, not being able to, get in work and things like that. Those are the servers and waitresses and waiters. A lot of them, sometimes their money is based off of commission, and they have a low base hourly rate. And so if they don't have nobody to serve, that's their money, going away. And so now a lot of people are listening to a lot of different things of what's going on, and hopefully through this time of hopefully people are reflecting, and not using this time to Netflix and chill. But I posted something I found on Pinterest. It said it's really time to network and build.
100%.
And so you just got to use that time for that. So one is planting the seeds, and then one is attacking. Every social media channel that you have, that you use, you have to attack it. My main two is really right now Facebook and Instagram. I get a lot more traction on Facebook. I'm trying to working on really getting down LinkedIn. I need to work with Snapchat. Sometimes I forget about Snapchat. Now we got TikTok, so I'm trying to learn how to use TikTok. But yeah, man. But you just gotta just put yourself out there. I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of people are afraid of sometimes when it comes to business, is just put yourself out there. And then it's like, man, if I put this, what people gonna think, what they gonna say to me, how they gonna respond.
Right, not to cut you off, but like, look what we're doing right now. I made a those keywords, the professionals. And in actuality, all we're doing is having a conversation live. And whether I mess up, whether I blink too much, whether I sound funny, whether I laugh awkwardly, it don't matter, because I'm just trying to provide a little value and have a conversation with somebody. Yep. Now, if you do, now we were talking about how in your industry you do a lot of networking. People are, concerned about, like, I can't do that no more because I can't meet them in person. I can't shake their hand. I can do this 100 times a day and maximize my time so much more efficiently without having to commute, having to prep, and you can have another screen and read your notes off the conversation or topics you're trying to connect with this person on, and bring that value and keep it moving. So how are y'all? I know you mentioned, you all are doing Zoom meetings. Are you guys doing group Zoom meetings to kind of bring in prospects and kind of do the introduction, or how does that work?
Yeah. So the Zoom meeting I was on earlier with the lady Sheena Sapala. She runs an office out in Oak Brook, Illinois. Her and her husband Matthew Sapala. She's one of top trainers, one of our top income earners, and very knowledgeable about annuities. We get people on there, talk about it on Facebook, get people to comment, and have them to Zoom in there. So here's the great thing about it, and I think a lot of times that I think growing up, we sometimes are sometimes taught or conditioned the wrong way. So it's almost as if, well, if I don't know it, how can I do it? If I don't know it, how can I help this person? You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
But like, and I'm knowledgeable about annuities, but why not leverage somebody who's way better than I am? And then I can just pick up the call if they're on and call them like, hey, so what did you think about it? I like this X, Y, and Z. Okay, when can we get together? When's the time? What works best for you? Thursday, Friday. We can talk more about, rolling your money over protecting your money. Does that sound fair? Yeah. That sounds good. Bam. I had somebody else do the presentation for me, and then I sit down with them and I make a sale, and I get paid.
Now let's pivot on that. Now let's pivot on that. You displayed leadership, understood what my strengths are, what my weaknesses are. And I know many people are entrepreneurs or trying to build their own solo business. They think they get reward for the process. No one cares if it took you, if you practice for 100 hours to make that shot or 20 minutes. Did you make the shot during the game? That's all that matters. So you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses. You provided and empowered somebody else that does something better than you to make the process easier for you to close that sale or get to that next level of that conversion. And I think a lot of people need to just recognize, utilize the tools that you have around you. And if you don't ask, you don't get fed. Plain and simple.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Don't get fed. Don't get fed. So what are you looking forward to as we're kind of wrapping this up? We got about 8 to 10 minutes left. What are you looking forward to do over the next 3 months? Now, people are anticipating that, I'm not trying to be a negative. I'm a realist, but I'm also a believer, and I have a lot of faith in what's going on. But where do you see yourself making a shift and a pivot over the next 3 months? Do you think that actually, let me take a step back. I think I want to set the precedence by saying that, we're in a new normal. Like, I'm not going to be thinking about going back to where we were before this happened, because so much has changed, so much has been proven and disrupted that we're going to have a new reality now. So what are you going to be doing for you and your organization over the next 3 months to kind of make or continue to make the shift in that pivot?
Definitely embrace a lot more of Zoom. Like we've already started doing that. But my business is so people oriented as far as people I bring on board as well. So we offer opportunities for people that want to go in business for themselves, want to make some additional money. We offer an opportunity for people to really come on board, have a business. And already at the jump, you have support already at the jump. You have access to my office anytime the doors are open, and you're not putting any capital in yet. Okay. You have access to the leaders that I was talking about to get training from these guys, and that's at no additional dollars to you. And so a part of that, what I'm learning is, and I think I was listening to somebody the other day. And I was like, man, that's a very good point, about people getting by themselves. Yeah. And what I'm learning is when a lot of people get involved in business or they start a business, we all do. We have these limited beliefs about what we can do, what we can't do. Right. And a lot of times is when those limited beliefs really start talking to us, we get to ourselves, like, man, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if it's for me. I haven't made any money yet, and you only been here for a day.
Totally. That money didn't kill all of us.
I ain't made money yet. You only been here for a day. I ain't made any money yet, and you start talking all this stuff in your mind, and you're by yourself, and then eventually you just quit on your dreams and goals. Like, this is one of my favorite shirts to wear, called "Quit Quitting."
Fire.
From my CEO, Patrick David. He has a value. He got a page called Valuetainment on YouTube. 2 million subscribers, man. #1 channel for entrepreneurs. On there, and he drops a ton of knowledge. But what I was listening to, and you can definitely relate to this when I say it to you. In the garden, if I go biblical, in the garden in Adam and Eve, when God created Adam, one thing that he said was, it's not good for man to be alone. So he created Eve. And so if God is already saying at the beginning, it's not good for man to be alone, and you created somebody to be there with Adam, it's still not good for us to be alone in our own thoughts, in our own minds, our own heads. And so our business model gets people around other people. So now that you can start pouring belief in everybody and in that person that really thinks that they can't do it, and put them in a different environment to make them uncomfortable so they can grow. But if they constantly just stay to themselves, they're not going to make it. And so part of our business model is like, we have to congregate together. Nothing beats like physical touch and human interaction, face to face. Nothing beats it. I love Zoom, but like, I would really love to be there in person with you. Just nothing beats it, man. And with that, I don't think we'll never stray away from that, because it's just been proven to be a great business model for our company. But if nothing changes, we established Zooms. We just did an orientation with 30 people on a Zoom on the call, and 25 of them was like newer associates, newer people that got started. And that was a huge pivot for us, to adapt, because it was like, man, how are we gonna get these new people in and orientated and up to jump? And somebody's like, hey, can we do an orientation through the Zoom with everybody? And I said, man, that's a good idea. I brought it up to to my mentor, and she was like, "Hey, let's run with it." We did it. We got 25 people on, and that's 25 people that thought that was valuable and things like that. So we're changing things that way to pivot in that way as well. So I hope that answered your question. I want to go on about that, but just embracing the technology and embracing social media a lot more too as well. Which, once we come out of this, I think we're not changing much of it. We'll still, hold our meetings and trainings together. But I think we was from this, I think a lot of people that was probably a little bit more skeptical about embracing like video conferences and things like that, they've started to really now embrace it a lot more. And it's just another tool in their tool belt that they can use now.
Totally. And I have to remind myself, everyone has different levels and tiers of technology acumen and understanding. I know a lot of my friends on Facebook and people I work with and everything else, they've been doing live streams forever. And we've been trying to get more people to make podcasts, do videos, like do all these things, because guess what? It's a real life thing that you can distribute at scale. So if you made a 3-minute video about what you do, how you do it, and then you have that as a link to send an email, you're maximizing and perfecting your pitch to send to everyone. They get to have that human interaction without you having to, let me think of an email, let me copy and paste some template and modify it. You already got the language down. You already got things down. And I think a lot of companies can benefit from that. So I'm happy to hear that a lot of people are now embracing technology. You don't have a choice. We don't have a choice now. I mean, it's not about I was ahead of the curve, I'm behind the curve. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. You got to embrace the technology. So what if, and hopefully not, but what if this extends for 6 months? Are you confident now that your team kind of got a grip of how this is looking from a digital virtual standpoint that you all will just adjust and keep growing and just keep business almost as usual, or maybe even better?
6 months. I mean, no, I'm really confident that it would, we'll keep moving and keep going on and keep growing. I just brought on board a new guy today, and we jumped on a Zoom and we talked. I answered his questions, and I set up his orientation tomorrow that I'm gonna do with him. Over Zoom, and and we'll keep going, man. We'll keep moving, and we'll keep building, man. So I'm not too much worried and concerned about if this go on for 6 months. I trust my leadership in my company that continues to give us a wonderful platform, and we stay innovative. We're staying ahead of the curve, the rest of everybody else in the financial service world. And so I really trust my leadership that, hey, if it goes down for another 6 months, I know our company's in a place that we can pivot, and we are big thinkers and free thinkers that we'll figure out a way to keep going. And so right now, if it goes that way, I think what we're doing right now would be the same, and we'll probably just tighten up on a few things, and some other good ideas may come out of it.
Cool. So talk about your company, wrap it up for a good 25, 30 seconds. Tell them where they can reach you, how they can connect with you, and think of one big goal or one big reward of them working with you.
Man. So name of the company is PHP Agency, People Helping People. And we're a financial service company, man, but we bring services to communities that are not getting information about the money game. But our biggest thing, man, we really believe in entrepreneurship, man, and free enterprise. And we can really see now why that's important. People really should see now, it's like, man, I should not rely on my 9 to 5 anymore because of this same reason. Your money's getting tight. Your money's getting hard. Everybody's been exposed about being paycheck to paycheck. So, if you're looking for a company that's, is getting after it, that's cutting the edge, and you want to be a part of, leaders in the business world, our company is that company. And, quite frankly, why you should work with me I'm accomplished already. You know, I have an accounting and CPA. If you want to go on that side of things, but man, I'm a hard worker. I'm a go getter. I don't quit. I have your back. I'll commit to you 100%. If you commit to me 100%, I'm gonna go anywhere you need me to be. And you know, I'm a big dreamer, man. One of my big things that's that is really becoming a passion for mine. I'll wrap up on this. Why, and this is why I believe free enterprise and entrepreneurship a lot more, is that in the African American community, man, our net worth, the average net worth of an African American is $7,000. $7,000. And I'm not against going to school. I talked about I got the degrees and things like that, but we all see going to school ain't really doing it anymore for us. We're still behind. We're still not getting ahead. So it is now for us to start really putting that power back in our hands. And that's only through free enterprise, only through entrepreneurship. And that's really one way that we can really move forward the culture and move forward the African American community and start really positioning ourselves for financial freedom and generational wealth.
Oh, you just wanted to just drop them bombs like that. We could have started off with this and seen you in the right mindset. Now this whole 30 minutes could have went a whole nother way. Okay.
You know, so that's what it is, man. I'm learning to dream big, man. And you know, if you're a big thinker and a big dreamer, man, I love to work with you, and I bring a good network of people that I build relationships with that can help you get to that next level too as well. So how you can get a hold of me? I am on Facebook, Terry Stanton. Just look me up. I'm on there. I'm on Instagram. It's Stanton Terry 1221. I may need to change that. I don't know yet. You know, I'll talk to you about getting that changed. I'm on there too as well. I'm on LinkedIn, so you can hit me up at any of those social media platforms. I'm always responding to people as well. So,
man, thank you for coming on impromptu. Hey, what's that hard, Casby? You see that? What's that hard?
That's Casby, man. Casby should have
the knowledge over here.
Casby should have got
it. He can take his video, share it on his channel, skip it out, get the tips he want to do, push it out there to the world, and he's done. Easy.
Yeah,
easy.
Man. Definitely. But Troy, I appreciate it. You know your family, man. You know that, man. And you know, when I always see you, man, I enjoy what you're doing. I enjoy the growth, man. I enjoy the value that you bring, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You're gonna do some amazing things, brother.
Hey, man, trying to stop letting me try to cry up here, man. I'm feeling tough, you know. All right, y'all. Thanks, Terry. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Troy, man. Thanks, man.